Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to another edition of Awesomecallstrading.com. Well, today I'm gonna be real with you as a day trader, that someone that does this full time. Today is a word that I call challenging. The traits were there, the setups were there, the ideas were there for all the people in the room. The mods had their own stuff they were working on, which were incredible, but it was challenging. It was challenging to a trader that's maybe traded less than a year. It was challenging to a trader that's traded less than 6 months. It was challenging because there was a lot of components that 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 went around the idea of the trade. And today is one of those days that it's all about scaling in. If you do too much too fast, you're fucked. I mean, you might as well just go work at Burger King or get in your Uber car and go pick up a ride because the shit ain't going to work for you. In a day like today, because a lot of the stuff that we were playing other than TDD and Boeing, it was a lot of small cap stuff. I mean, I'm talking $75, $60, $80 stocks, $20 stocks, $40 stocks. I really emphasize on that. And I find myself when I go a little bit lower on prices, it gets more challenging in a sense that, like, I can look at a Boeing and say, all right, if this hits 350, bounce it. If it hits 347, add to it, have an average, buy 355 calls. I could do that in my sleep, but obviously it took me 16 years to get there. But I could do it in my sleep. And other trades like on Netflix, the supply pull 10 points, bottom curl go long. But when you start to do the smaller cap like a Stamp, an Etsy, a Roku, all right, you got to be a little bit more precision. And this is where I say it's challenging because it's hard to to teach a new trader or a trader less than a year in the business like the ropes on something like this. Like, okay, don't go in with size because here's the thing: the mindset of a trader is he'll take 50 shares of Boeing, right? But when it comes to Stamp, he'll go 400 shares or 300 because it's a cheaper stock. You follow what I'm saying? And that 300, if it pulls 3 points, he's down 8 or 900. Where Boeing pulls 300 or pulls 3 points, he's only down 150. The mindset has to change, in a sense that when you're getting into a Stamp that's had horrific earnings, and I'm calling for a pull, I'm looking for that bounce on the long side. And so with that, you have to do small size, and I'm talking 50 or 100 shares tops. You have to prepare yourself mentally, like I can lose $100 quick. I can lose 200. Okay. You don't want to be in these situations where you're dropping 8, 900, 1,000. You don't do that because it means you're sizing in too much, and you can't do that. I was analyzing, I hike every day because I try to clear my mind um, every day after work because this is my job. This is work. What I did wrong. I didn't make this person happy. This person was upset at me because maybe I didn't call it so perfect. Um, or maybe the notes didn't come out perfectly on time, even though they were 100%. It's always something. Or, you know, they're upset because at themselves for not taking the trade, or upset that everyone else made money and they didn't. See, when you're an owner of a room and you put together a room like this, it's a very challenging experience. Right? Not everyone can sit in this chair and handle, you know, what goes on in here. I mean, this is a really, because you're dealing with all types of traders, traders that have $500 to traders that have $5 million in an account, cash account, and they're trading on a trust. Okay, so we have a lot of ranges of traders in here. What attracts people to our room? Okay, we don't get those clubbers. You know, we don't get people that want to be part of a club. All right, that want hats and hang around and have pizza and rather pay you know a certain amount of money to be part of a group, to be part of something, to be part of a friendship. Still lose money 90% of the time. Hit and miss 1 out of 10. We're not that room. You know, I'm not. I don't want to have clubs with you. I'm not. If you happen to be in town, sure, I'll sit down with you. But I mean, I'm not looking for that. Okay. I also don't get that those kind of groups that they pay $69.99 and wait for somebody to go, Here's a small cap stock. I'm buying it here, and 400 people buy it at the same time. Stock pops, and then 90% of the people lose, and that's the only trade they do. Okay, I don't attract people like that. Okay, what attracts people in this room? What I get people that come from rooms where they're just really dissatisfied. They're not understanding. They're not getting it. They want to trade stocks. They're limited funds. They've blown up their accounts. I get a lot of people blowing up accounts. I blew my account. I blew my account. I'm immune to that now. Like, your question is, when you come in, how much did you blow up your account? I have to take traders from that mentality and start them fresh all over again. You know, the traders that come in here to me are really traders that just want to learn the business. They want to absorb as much information as they can to excel where they're at, to get better. And then I got a lot of new traders that that I'm lucky that they start in here from first day, and all they know is this bit room. They have $25,000, $30,000 in capital, you know, and they just want to make a good living, and they trust in what we do in here. And so it's a process of learning every day. It's more of an education versus going to night school or something. So they're learning something and making money. Then I get the people that sold their houses. I got a lot of people that sell their houses and, got 200 grand, 500 grand, 300 grand. They write to me, hey, is this enough money? How much money do you think I can realistically? Then I have a lot of retired people that have, $200,000 in their account, $50,000 in their bank. And they just kind of they want to do some, they want to day trade to keep occupy their time. I get lawyers, doctors, people that want to trade during, their time in the morning. I get a lot of professional people, but what I get a lot of is just a lot of people wanting that come in here. They just want to understand why a stock moves the way it does. Because there's really no one that explains it. As I was telling you yesterday in the webinar, again, a technical trader can be one of the most amazing technical traders in the world. And there's a lot of them. I have a few of them in here. Okay. But before you apply the technical side of the trade, you have to know the direction of the trade in a sense. Why is it going to trade downwards, and why is the trade going to go up? Why is Roku going to explode to the upside towards 80? Right? Because it had amazing earnings. Why is Stamp selling off and hit 35 a share? Why did you call $40? And then once you understand, like, this is going to sell off and this is why, the technical trader comes in and starts applying his lines. This should hit here. This should hit here. This should hit here. This should hit here. As long as it keeps coming down, I got the lines. I got the technical analysis are behind it. But before you do all that, my job is to tell you if it's going to go there. And like I said yesterday, and I really want to emphasize this, I don't have the luxury, in a sense, as a technical trader. I have to come out with the call, what it's going to do right away. Once it hits here, it's gone. Once it starts to sell off, it's gone. Why did I say CNDT would go long at the open? Hit the spots I did and then sell off for the day. Why did I say that? Because because you study, you read the report. Everything is written in the earnings report. It's all there for you. All the information is there. You just have to apply yourself and make it make sense. Once you do that, you too can analyze the stock. And you can pretty much predict before the stock is even opened where the stock is going to go. There's a saying out here. Before I begin on some of these trades, I want to share with you. And by the way, I do want to announce this. And you see this? I want you to look at this. I want you to see what our room is like. This gentleman, his name is Noel. You see what he wrote on Twitter? I was on break. Look at the time at 10:45. I was on break. Okay? I need a fucking break. Let's be real. All right? My mind's going to go crazy if I staring at screens all 24/7. I don't do that. I need a breather. I need to take a nap. Okay? So I'm taking a little nap. I come back and I see my man down. Just like anybody. It could be you. It could be in another room. It could be anybody. It could be David, Nick, Randy, Ken, anybody, Humble, Nicholas. I don't care. But if you reach out to me like this and say, fear of missing out kicked in today. I chased, all right. I hit my max loss of 247. I'm done for the day. Just not my day. You see that? You see that? That's a good trader who's down on himself. He feels bad that he fucked up. All right? Because he saw the trade, he just didn't enter and exit the right way. So he's down on himself. Okay? You know what I see? I see a great guy that just needs a coach. Pick him back up, hold his shoulders up, slap him in the face a little bit. Let's go to work, baby. I'm going to find you a trade. Okay? And that's what I did. I wrote to him. I said, the day is young. Let me know when you're back in the room. I'm coming back from break, and I will find you a trade. All right? And I don't just say this shit to try to impress you. That's not who the fuck I am. All right? And look at the time, 11:04. So I walk in the room. Darksight's running the room. I ask permission if I can go ahead and interrupt and start doing my thing. He said, sure. I get in, right? And boom. You know what I gave him? I gave him Stamp. I walked in. I looked at Stamp. I took the trade live with him. I was looking to break this right here. You see this right here? I wanted to snap this. I saw it getting heavy. Right around here, I said, if it breaks here, we're going to go short. It broke here. You see this 36.57? So right here, if you look at the timeline, I said, let's start shorting here. Let it pop back up. We're going to short right here. So I took it short at 36.76 right here. This is my short. I said, most likely it'll pop back up towards 37. It's okay. Just add to it. So let's get a decent average. And I think it's going to snap and pull. So what did Noel do? He took 1,000 shares short with me. This is him, me, and a few people in the room right here. See the 89,000 shares? Right? And then we waited. And then bam, there it is. Just right there between 36.90 and 36.20, you could have made $700. Right? Not could have. You could have. Like really could have. And look at it now. 35.66. But I saw that up here. So I took a position when I walked in the room. He said he needed a trade. Now look at the end result. Let's see the end result. Look at him now. He made $663.25. So now he is up for the day. And there's his thing right there. $416, red to green, was down in the morning, but AJ saw my tweet. No, day's still young, and said, get back in, I'll find you a trade. He found me Stamp. I went all in, trusting his call. He turned my losing day to a profitable day. Now, did your room do that? And I'm not just saying that. Did your room do that? Does your room even give a fuck? Can your room even have the capability of doing that? Okay? Well, we do. This is just part of what we do. Forget the notes. Forget the guidance. Forget the teaching. Forget all that great stuff that we do individually for you to train you to be the very, very best. But we also care about your progress. We want you to succeed. And that's what makes a successful chat room, a truly successful one. Somebody that's been on the other side. And there's a saying out there, and I want you just to kind of grasp this. There's a saying out there, and I'll show it to you right here. I found it last night. Okay? Right here. I want you to look at this. Behind every successful trader, there's a lot of unsuccessful years. You are looking at that guy. You might look at my calls today and go, fuck, God damn it, you're good. How did you know ING would do that? How did you know Boeing would be a long off the bottom? How did you know Stamp would sell it off? How did you know CNDT would be a long out of the gate and then dump? How did you know Etsy would probably sell off and gap fill? How do you know? Well, you got to spend about 5 or 10 years of your life fucking up, making mistakes that you're like sitting here like, you think Noel was down? Imagine me. Imagine being broken and beat up for years and years and years. And now I don't. There's no fear when I trade. I've already went through the process. I've already done my losses. I know where I stop. If I lose more than $1,000 a day, I stop. I don't try to fight back. I don't do a lot of revenge trading. Okay? I'm more smart and sound with my money. I scale in better. I know how to read the reports. And so why I opened the room was simply the fact I didn't want any of the people that come in that are day trading go through what I went through. I don't want them to spend years of losing. I want them to make money from the first week, first month they start to understand the business. Because this is a business. And I don't want traders in here that consider day trading a hobby or part time or yeah, it's a hobby. I go in there, once in a while I make about $50, $100. It's a hobby. And sometimes I lose 200 and then I take a week off. I don't want people like that. Your heart's not here. You have no desire to learn. You're just an order taker. If somebody tells you buy a stock, you buy it. If you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. That's it. Your heart's not here. See, I want people with heart. I want people that really want to do this. Otherwise, I can't help you. You're a lost cause because you don't even want to help yourself. You'll find a way to fuck up on every trade I give you because your heart's not in it. You're looking for somebody to pull the trigger and you're looking to point the finger at somebody if you're wrong, if the trade doesn't go right. Okay? I don't want people like that in here. I want people that want to make a living, that find success in this because they're around a group of people that know what they're doing. All right? And they're learning. This Awesome Calls Trading is a school of education. That's all it is. You get to trade live. It's part of the process. But most of the day is spent visualizing the trade, showing the trade, why this is doing this, the why, the breakdown. When Darkside takes the mic, this should hit this off the VWAP EMA. This is because of this. You see this? This is getting. I can't tell you how many times I've watched Fire, Janny, and Darkside save me on trades from a technical aspect. They'll go like, I've seen it. Hey, this is done, and they'll go, this has more upside. And I'm learning from that. It's a process. I'm still learning after 15, 16 years. I still learn. Just that little edge of what they're doing, I can like, wow, I didn't see that. Wow, that's so cool. Let me write that down. I have fucking notepads of tons of stuff. All right. I can learn trading styles from each trader that comes in. But more or less, this is a place of education of where you learn where to look at scans, how where to put your money. What is a good swing trade? What is a good IPO? What's going to make you money if you can only swing trade 2 or 3 ideas a week? All right. But behind every successful trader, there's a lot of unsuccessful years. So when you're shopping for a chat room, the first question you should ask your room, how long you been trading? All right. 5 years, 6 years, 3 years? Okay. Where did you get your trading from? Where'd you learn? Oh. And how long was that room in business? Oh. And how long was that guy trading for? Oh. Well, maybe I should go over there. Because if that's where you learned from, I'm going to go learn from him too. Why would I be in here? You see my point? Because when you're with somebody that hasn't been around the block, they're not going to know how to handle certain situations, especially on halts, unhalts, uh, T12 halts, uh, patent halts. I mean, have you ever seen us do falling knives? I mean, are you kidding me? You have to be able to do it all. You have to understand analysts. Analysts take years and years to understand, but when you're in a room like this, it's constant education. I'm trying to teach you over and over, repetitive at times, repetitive. But at some point, it sinks in and you become a winner. So, like today, when I came in to the room, I started building a list, and there were hundreds and hundreds of stocks just gapping up and down, plus the market, plus the tweets, plus the market was gapping down 100. Oh my God, it was just a madhouse. I mean, I literally I was switching ideas, and forgive me, traders, and goes to Chris S., who's a great trader in the room. And, it was a little chaotic this morning because I was just trying to finalize the final numbers of what I couldn't even finish my final two. Simply the fact there was just so much going on, and I wanted to be accurate. I think that's what I wanted more than anything. And it was really tough to be right on point, but I turned out all right. A BO, I simply said that this should sell off to 1550 and under. There was no reason for it to be up. It was gapping up 3. If it did pop at the open, scale in short, the stock should come to 1550 and under. The stock hit, I believe, $14. CNDT, first thing I came in the room, I looked at the stock. It was an $8 stock, closed at $12.50. I read the report. I told everyone go long. The stock will hit $9,950 and then sell off back to 7 and under. You don't believe me? Look at the stock. CNDT. See it? Long at the open, pre-market, $8. I said it'd go to 9 to 950, hit 970. Then I said it'd sell off to 7. Guess what? $7.14. I mean, this is one trade when you would have paid your bills. RBNC. I said the stock will actually be bought up to 1150 or more. All right. And if it pulled at the open, add to your position because the stock will be bought up. RBNC. You want to see it? I mean, this was a beauty. Look at this one. Hit 13. It's crazy shit. You know, I didn't see a short in it. I never called a short. Not one thing came out of my mouth. I never said a short. It's long the stock, and it just kept going. Sale. Sale was really cool. Look at Sale. Horrible earnings. CEO steps down. They fired his ass. Okay. Hey, with that, I looked at that, read the report, said the stock will probably pop to 21 at the open and then sell off to 19. That's what I said. I even told everyone go long at 19 and it should pop to 21. As soon as it hits, short the stock. All right. So I come over to the chart. Right, here we go. And that's what I did. I put sale up and I said, okay, go long. $19 a share. Bam. 21. Topped off. Double top. Bam. Come right back down. $19 a share. Right there. See it? Remember what I just said. Okay? All these unsuccessful years I went through to get where I am today. Stamp. It's another one. Just a piece of shit garbage. And I don't put garbage too often on my language, but it was garbage. Garbage means there is no ing long out of the gate. This is a sell off to 40 and under. The issues we had with Stamp was trying to find the bottom. But now we're very clairvoyant that its stock is going to 35 and under. I mean, once it sold off on 37, it was gone. But initially, it was a short right out of the gate. There was no long in it. I didn't tell anyone to go long. A lot of people were trying to go long, not in this room. And here, it was a short. And I said 40 and under. And you could tell 40, there was no buyer at 40. I mean, I think this is our room covering because they all wanted to short at the 40, you see. But it just collapsed. And right now, it's at 35. Okay. So that was a good play right there. GDOT. GDOT to me, I felt was a little bit down a little too much. It was down 17 points. I figured the stock would probably go to $42 and then go back up to 46. And that was pretty much what I was thinking. I even told traders you can actually libel a little bit 46, believe it or not, and it might hit 50 once it hits that 46 area. But if it pulled, yank the 42 and then bounce it to 46. So either way, I wanted you to be set up for it. If it didn't pop at the open, then look for the flush. I don't see any more than 42, 43. So if you look at the stock on that one, on GDOT, see it? 42 a share. And it hit 46.50. See, that's trading. That's doing your homework. That's providing the traders in the room some of the most advantageous trades out there. I mean, that was just absolutely beautiful. Okay. I'll give you another one, Tapestry. I read the report. Tapestry was up. It was gapping up 6 points. That's too much. I told everyone short the stock at 36, take it to 32. Okay, how do I know that? 16 years trading. I know Tapestry in and out. There's the stock, 36 short, take it down to 32, hit 32.93. I mean, I could do this all day long. Etsy. I mean, Etsy gapping up 4. I want to pull that open to 61.62 and then bounce it. Etsy most likely be buying on weakness. Watch the push through 64 at the open. If it comes in, take it down to 61.62. Etsy was so simple for me to read. If it popped at the open, watch the opening through 64. It hit 64.65, scale in short, and take it down to 61.62. Do you want to see it? Do you want to see a beautiful call on Etsy? 16 years in the business, traders. I don't need VWAPs. I don't need channels. I don't need EMAs. I just need a chart. Bam. 64, 65 at the open. Slammed it. Where did it come down? 60. That's a 5-point trade. Bounced. Came right back up. 64 a share. Again, 64 a share. Bam. Slammed it down again. Now we're at 61. Do I know my trades or what, traders? I could do this shit all day long. I'll give you another one. TSG. This is a partnership with Foxa. Okay? I said short the stock. The stock should settle around $19, $20 a share or under on profit taking. That's it. And he pushed at the open, scale in short to 22.50. So go over here, put up TSG. There's the pop at the open. There's the 22.30. There's the 21.60. Scale in short. Boom. $20 a share. Even on a day that you think you can't find nothing, I will find it. And that's what we do. That is why we're called Awesome Calls. All right. So for 25 bucks, this is what you get. I know it doesn't sound much, 25 a day, 100 a week, pure education, written down earnings, written down reports, constantly teaching you, guiding you, helping you out of a situation. I got you. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for joining us, and thank you very much. And I will see you tomorrow. Just press the button, and you'll be in the chat room.